It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready up. Check right, check right. Snap.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He'll have it. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
Touchdown, defense. Check it out, 39.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 23.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in Week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
20. Oh, you got
3rd and 2, now Ryan. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic. To see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
On the double. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges,
Now a man who really stepped up last year, this is Matt Breida. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They run, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
20. Hey, 2.
Here's the second-year back from Southern Miss, Ito Smith. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he whips that one incomplete there. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On the return is Pettis. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
On second down, a run with Breida. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
12 yards there and a first down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry. 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing.
Looking to throw on 1st and 10. Here's McSorley. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I didn't get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Baby, that's a baby shot. Check five.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pick the edge. Go. Say. 12, fellas. Here we go.
The first throw here for the backup Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. On 3rd down, it's McSorley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's when the coaches are going.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. D Ford, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Ryan. Under
pressure again, and down he goes again. D4 in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Ready? Mike. Hey, bye-bye. Mike, 54. I got it. Let him go.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 51 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hey, Wahoo! Guys. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. D4, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. The kick by Bryant is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 20. Yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Check. Watch 54. Time to go, night.
From the 31, Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Barrett, on the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
51, Tom! 57. Hey, Delta. 57.
Here's Ryan to throw. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Hey, express! General West!
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Pettis on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Garoppolo, 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo letting one go deep. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well,
looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
Their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Check. One set. Check, Mike, 54. Mike, 53. 218, chopper. Get in the right room. Hey, 59, ready. 15, check 15. Smooth. Ready to go.
On 1st down, Ryan. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Check 25. Check. Wait. 57's left. You must be dreaming. Bravo. 57. You ain't doing nothing today. You ready, son?
Ryan. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
and that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete.
Now we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Garoppolo now. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
A gain of 12 yards.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
Here we go.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Now Ryan steps away to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Hey, Rick Lance. Watch twins. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Ready, 280. Hey, South. Walk twins. Hey, box truck. 3. Check. Get up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. D Ford, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. There's Matt Bosher now. He's been terrific so far. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Garoppolo gives to Breida. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And on the stop, DeMonte Casey.
Team spill. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You better bring it. Ahead. You better bring it.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here in Santa Clara. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Push him back. Push him back. No. Off.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
21. Hey, Haywood.
Now Ito Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
We got 3 ball. Check 24. Check 24. Check the backer. Lights 57. Go.
Here's Ryan. And the pressure gets to him again. DeForest Buckner in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Wait.
From the shotgun, Ryan.
That's a screen.
And this one brought in by Sanu. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Ready. We're ready. Let's get this.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Here's Sanu on the catch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. Ryan now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run from the pistol here with Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
11. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Operating from the gun. Ryan. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Hey, Charlie. Check right 54. Right 54. Here we go. That's brilliant.
From the gun, Ryan. Caught by Sanu. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And with that, they will move ahead by 2 here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Grady Jarrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 2 huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on 2nd down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die 4th down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets...
They've got his man complete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they will take a knee here.
Drawing on the keeper.
Ready, move 80.
Mike 54. Check, 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 check.
The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.